difficult to train somebody that doesn't have the natural ability that you possessed?
No, it's not. No, it's not, because you still see. Here's the thing about a trainer and a smart trainer. You work on a person's DNA. You don't try to make a racehorse out of a mule. You don't try to make a mule out of a racehorse. You work on what God gave that person. So if a person has speed, that's his strength. You work on tightening up his weaknesses as well, but your key element of him, the best thing about him has to be what? His speed. I don't want a cheetah out there fighting like a lion. And I don't want a lion out there chasing stuff like a cheetah, because they are two separate animals. The lion got to fight the way the lion fight. The cheetah got to fight the way the cheetah fights. If not, you put them in unfamiliar territory, which in the wild going to get them killed. In the ring, it's going to get you killed, but it's not necessarily killed, but knocked out or badly beaten. So you got to put a person in their own element.
Now, you've spoken a lot about the relationship between you and your pops and how hard your pops trained you and just how hard he was on you. That's not realistic to train a fighter with that intensity, right?
No, it's not necessary. It's realistic, but it's not necessary. It's highly realistic, but it's not necessary. That intent from a kid is good, but that goes a little beyond where you have to go. Because a perfect example is Lomachenko was able to watch me, and his father don't train him that intense like that. That's why they still get along. But look how good Lomachenko got. Lomachenko is almost what they call, to me, pound for pound, one of the best fighters in the world.
Really?
The only other person that you could debate with that right now would be Terrence Crawford or Canelo, because those are the only other two guys who have those type of qualities, and they weren't trained like that either. So it doesn't take all that extremists. I don't think it takes going to the extreme to be a great fighter. Now, to be an extreme fighter, if that's what God had planned for you, then maybe that's what it's going to take. And maybe that's what God had planned for me, which is why I was an extreme fighter, because I went through so much extreme preparation. But I don't think it takes that for everybody, because now you can see what that extreme fighter looked like, and it gives you a visual of what you want to be. So now it gives you more of an idea and a platform as to what you want to work on to become that extreme fighter or like that extreme fighter. But
yeah, I was thinking about you and your relationship with your dad, and then even Michael Jackson's relationship with his dad, and really seeing the balance between success and how hard you push your kids. And it does come at a cost, but it's undeniable that if you push them hard and they make it through, there is greatness on the other end. Do you think it's worth the cost?
No, because a lot of kids don't make it. A lot of kids commit suicide. A lot of kids do a lot of things, and a lot of kids just can't take that pressure. So it's like, it's worth it if the kid can, but you lose so many, and it's like you got one Roy Jones, one Michael Jackson. Who else you got? Michael Jordan didn't go through that, but look what Michael Jordan became.
Right.
Muhammad Ali didn't go through that, but look what Muhammad Ali became. You understand me? So it's like, to me, no, it's not, because Michael Jordan talked to his dad today he died. I don't know about Muhammad Ali's case with his father, but me, I want to talk to my kids to the day that I die. I don't want to sacrifice my kids off for fame and fortune and not have a relationship with them. To me, I just don't want to do that. Now, like I said, it could have been, inevitable for that to happen that way. That's what God had planned for me, but I don't want to trade that off. I'd rather my kid be like a Lomachenko, and I still can get along with him and talk to him and guide him along his way. I don't want to be a guy that got him so bad that once we separate or once he grows up, we can't even talk no more, because I didn't establish a respectful relationship with him. That is, to me, that's completely unnecessary. And the thing with my father, and probably with Michael's father too, was that they made us exceptional. But if you ask about it, if you say who the greatest, I think Mike's the greatest. But a lot of people gonna say, well, it is between Mike and Prince. And Prince didn't go through those extremities to be where he became. And Prince was almost just as good of an entertainer as Mike. He wasn't quite, but he's very close to it. But Mike was extreme, and like I say, his brothers and sisters went through those same things. They didn't try to be Michael Jackson. So it's all depending on who God intends to be that person. It's not necessarily that those extremes make you that person. It's just that when God got it for you, them extremities and nothing else can't stop you from being what you're supposed to be, because nothing could have stopped Michael Jackson from being Michael Jackson. You understand me?
Of course.
Janet didn't turn out that way. None of the other Jacksons turned out that way. They were all in the same household, under the same father, under the same guidance, in the same group, as a matter of fact, for a long time.
Right.
But none of them turned out to be Michael.
Right. But the question is your father's treatment what made you such a great rapper?
No, my father had nothing to do with me being a rapper. He would have wanted no parts of that.
Maybe that's why you weren't as good of a rapper.
Bro, we needed your dad to be tough on the music, and you would have been the GOAT. Come on, champ.
You're right.
Who's Biggie? Who's Tupac? We got Roy Jones. Y'all must have forgot.
Rapper, though, you know.